if you're tuning in person. The guys were a little surprised today because we've gone down to the beach and without mats, we've not got any yoga leggings on and it's not in the studio. So, and that's kind of the point of today. So today we're playing around with the element of space, ether. So we've been on a journey through the elements. We've done earth, we've done water, we've done fire or sun, we've done air, and today's about space. And this is actually my favourite element, I've got to say, which is the magic happens in the space. If you think about it, it's where everything that was created that was unknown came from, was the space. How that relates to the body is that the key to having freedom of movement, which really should be what a movement practice should be about, is for there to be space to move. Now, us guys that are here at Castaway this week, yesterday we went on quite a long hike. It was quite a strong uphill. We're maybe not feeling that much space in the body today. And that can sometimes happen, you know, just in life, you're harden up. And we want the opposite to that. So it's like when you've, maybe the muscles are feeling stiff, it's actually hardened fascia. So it's like you're hard clay or a stone that can't move. And so what do we need to do to harden clay, to soften it? We would want to add water. So we're by the water today. We're going to add a bit of water, and we're actually on the stones, because how we create hydration in the tissues is we work with something called the fascia. It's a whole network in the body. It's like a web or a wetsuit. So we're going to work with that today. So I'm going to invite you to have your bare feet if you can. If you're watching this from somewhere cold, just try and bear it. If you can get outside, this is ideal. Yeah, so we're going to have the feet on the stones. It's a little bit more comfortable for bare feet on the smaller stones if you're on the beach with me. But the stones are the point. We want to activate. You maybe heard of plantar fasciitis. Hardened tissue on the feet. We want to activate this whole network in the body. And this is going to help you actually feel soft again. So once your feet are somewhere comfortable, we're going to bounce. Yeah, we're just going to bounce. So this is earth element, but it's also going to wake up. The element of space is everything that you can't see in the body. And that's where the magic is. I like to play around in that space, where the magic is. The stuff that you can't see. We were talking yesterday on the hike, and I was thinking, it relates to the work of Nikola Tesla, which is we are electrical beings. That's the element of space. It's working with the elasticity. So let the shoulders shrug now. Just let everything go, as if we're kind of trying to drill ourselves down into the beach. You can let the head wobble. And don't worry, I'm the only one that you can see, so just let yourself go. Just feel your body first of all. And then we're just going to start to add just a little rotation. Yeah, if you think about the spine, we want to work it like a corkscrew. And here's an interesting thing about the things we can't see. The spine's not just a corkscrew. The spine is a vortex. That's one for you to get your head around, Georgia. That's right up your street. The spine is a vortex. Wow. You can imagine, can't you? It works in energetic spiral. So let's let the arms go now. And just inviting movement. It's the opposite to what we've been taught about movement, which is adding, doing that pose, that. Instead, we invite the body to remember what it feels like to move freely. Okay, now we're going to take a big yawning breath. I'm going to invite you just to take the hands behind the head here. And then we're just going to move around the shoulders, like in a kind of figure of 8. Just pressing the head back in the hands. Where's my assistant teacher? Oh, she's asleep. She's already doing what we're going to be doing at the end, which is a starfish. Okay, so from here, we're going to take a yawning breath in. We're going to open the frontal pathway. These are the unseen lines in the body. Drop the shoulders down, away from the ears. Just gently press the hips forward. And as we exhale, we're going to bring the elbows in. And we're just going to slowly start to roll down. We've not got the legs straight. You can have a soft bend in the knees, and then we're going to roll up. We're just inviting natural movement. So I'm just going to show you from the side as we roll down. See, I'm bending my knees so that I'm hinging from here, and then the spine can unravel. And then we roll up. And you don't do this at my pace. You do it at yours. I invite you to feel everything. Rolling up. So this is how we're adding a bit of hydration into the tissues. We're not forcing anything. So if you've got a stiff body from like a long hike or something, and you try and force it into a stretch, it's actually going to make it worse. The body's just going to go, and it's going to harden even more. The key is being really soft with the body. And after this last one, we're going to just circle with the elbows. Now we're going to be circling from around about the navel. So as much as, say, I love hiking, it's very linear, and you've maybe got heavy rucksack on. It's a little bit too much earth element. So you need to balance the elements with a few spirals. How does that feel? Ask yourself that. How does it feel? Make it feel good. That's the point. And then let's go in the other direction. So what's happening with our feet connected to the earth here? Not only activating the fascia, but we're also activating the negative ions in the body. So we're literally earthing. We are batteries. And we're earth. Let's take a big yawn now. Full body yawn. And then we're just going to, like as if pouring sand down, just going to take the hands down to the floor. Take as much of a bend in the knees as you need to be able to, we're just going to bend one knee at a time and just feel that movement in the hips. So I'll show you from the side. We're not straight legged. We're not trying to do a straight leg forward fold. You want to bend the knees so that you can hinge from the hips and just pour the body down. And then just maybe bending one knee at a time. Maybe you've just got your hands to the shins. It doesn't really matter. What we're looking for is movement. If you've got good mobility and the hands come easily to the floor, just sway the hips from side to side. Massage the body. Great. Now we're going to bend the knees. I'm going to see if we can come down to a squat. Now, it doesn't matter if the heels don't come down. That's not the aim. It's not the aim to get into a pose. The aim is to comfortably squat and then move around so that we're taking this hard body. You know, a hard body ages. A hydrated body is the secret. And how do we hydrate it? We move it. We move it through range of motion. It's like we take if you think of fascia as like the gluten in bread, yeah? And so what do you do with bread? You knead it. That's what we're doing with the body. So now we can come to seated. And if you like, if you're here on the beach with me, castaway, you can take the sea, why not? Just make it comfortable. And since we're on the beach and I'm doing all kind of sea creatures and today, we're going to do an octopus. So your body's really going to like this after yesterday. Hello. Come and join me then. No. So all we're going to do is just circle the feet and really feel the feet. Isn't it nice to have them out of shoes? And notice what happens. So look to your body. Notice what happens when you circle the feet. Just relax everything. So the knees move, and then you're actually, the work is around in the hip socket. Yes, if I'm like this, I don't want to just circle the feet. The way the fascia operates is everything moves together. Imagine how an octopus moves in the water. And so we're really pushing the legs away. You can take the legs a little wider once it's more comfortable. But the key is to force, just soften the body. And then once we've got this movement, we can add in the arms. And it's just kind of this reaching forwards, like towards one leg. Just embody the octopus. And so we're coaxing the body. If I was to, especially when you're all stiff from long hikes, and we're going to try and force a stretch, the body's going to go, no, it's going to resist. Just like us, if you try and force somebody to do something, no thanks, no, I'm not going to. If you coax the body, if you invite it, if you stay curious, if you stay with flow, it naturally starts to soften to where you want it to go. But if you try and put it somewhere it's not ready to go, no chance. Okay, let's take the hands behind now. Just like sunbathing, isn't it? Just like chilling out on the beach. That's what your movement practice should be. Let's plant the feet now. So this one is traditionally called mermaid. And we start just with a gentle rocking. So you put your feet however wide you need to just get this movement. And notice it's all about what's happening in the hips, where we tend to get locked up. And then gradually the movement gets bigger. And gradually, as we slow it down, you take the head in the other direction to the knees, and you just kind of take a yawn. And then you release. So we drop the knees to the other side. In comes the yawn. The breath is really easy. The inhale is like a yawn, and the exhale is like a sigh. We breathe in, engage, we elongate the muscles, and then we release. See, we're hiking yesterday. This is the kind of thing we're going to need. If we don't do any of that type of movement when we're hiking, not really. We need the rotation. Now on this next one, You're going to drop the knees down towards the right. So you can be, if you're on the beach with me, you can be facing me. If you're at home, you can also be sideways on. And we're just going to go to the right. And all we're going to do is just move. We're going to roll this left hip in and release it. So already I'm starting to get into the front of the thigh there, which might be after lots of uphill, a little tight. But I'm not forcing anything, just massaging the body. We're getting this lovely feedback from the stones as well. Of course, the sound of the sea helps, of the sunshine, the lovely air. And then from here, we're going to start just to bring the arms around towards this right leg. And then, just getting curious going in that direction. And see if you can find the spiral. So we're going towards the right leg, and then I'm just getting curious and then coming back. So notice what's happening in the spine. Starts from the hip rolling in, then the spine moves. There we have a mermaid pose. Mermen, do we have mermen? I think they come from Atlantis or Lemuria. I'm not sure. If you're watching at home and know the answer to that, where they come from, no. And then where can we go from here? Maybe we're starting to get a little bit more awake and lively. Come on then. We can plant this right hand and then we can just push down and start to open up the front body. Now I'm not looking to go, let me make this look glorious. I'm having a inhale, a breathe in, that initiates the movement, and then I just see where that arm wants to go. And see what wants to happen in the body without force. It's like I breathe in and I just reach. It'll be different each time. It doesn't even have to be a reach, it can be a curl in. It can be a, I'm going to go down to the floor. Maybe we can explore that next. You might want to go, yeah, that feels nice. And so the idea with space is you slow everything down enough so that you feel everything. It's like you have your best ideas when you go to the toilet, right? Because you just take that space and then in pops the idea. It's the same thing with the body. You give it space and then you go, that's what I need. Hello. Hello, Mrs. Buccaneers. So let's start to change over the legs. I'm going to have to go forward for you. Is that it? Another one? So we're just finding this place first of all. And if you want to, because the idea of not having a mat is it doesn't need a mat. I've often said about yoga, it's not about the mat, it's not about the studio, it's not about the leggings. It's about connection with nature, to join. And you can always, if you want to, you can just turn around, but just have the left leg in front. Yeah? So feel free to move around. And then we've got this movement in the hip that starts to initiate a spiral. The spiral unlocks the places where we've been held. The spiral is the healing pathway. So just invite movement. Don't force the body to do what it doesn't want to do. Just invite it. Get curious. Feel what's happening in the spine. It's not what it looks like. It's about how it feels from the inside. It's not about copying somebody else's move. It's about slowing down and tuning in to your body, the body's whispers that you can only hear when you have space. So maybe, we're starting to have a reach and a yawn. And this is a technique, this reach here, breathe and lengthen. It's called pandiculation. And the experts on pandiculation are cats and dogs. Yes, you, Bailey, you are the expert. You know when they do this, like they wake up and they go, they have a yawn, means stretch. That's pandiculation. Animals do it, we've forgotten how to do it. And soften down over the leg, whatever feels good. And now we're going to turn around once you've done in your own time. Turn around and face the sea. Now this is quite nice to do if you are on a slope. It's going to feel pretty good. But all we're going to do is lie back and really massage the back in the stones. This is going to feel great. And then we're just going to take the legs in the air. It's going to require a bit of core strength, just have the legs up. But just let the head drop back all the way down. Take the arms out to the side and have a good wiggle on the stone. And already you're naturally doing it. This is called seaweed legs. So this is the antidote to if you've been out on a long cycle, you've been out on a long run, or high top, their pina yesterday. Seaweed legs. I'm not trying to force my leg into a stretch it's not ready for, because the body will just resist. Instead, I'm kind of inviting it. Maybe I can take my hands to my feet and kind of just inviting the lengthening of the back of the leg. At the same time, that heavy lactic acid is like, you can feel it, can't you? Just emptying out the legs. Yeah, maybe you take hold of the ankles or the feet, bring them in, open them out. Again, kind of moving like an octopus. The arms can reach up. What's quite nice with the arms, and I'm just going to stand up to show you, is as you're lying on the back, have the arms up in the air and do a bit of that. And so you can massage on the stones or just on the ground if you're on the floor watching from home. So you're going to do the arms straight up. Yeah, you've got it. And just do that. And feel where your body connects to the earth and allow the earth to, I say, give you a hug. Let you soften, like drop into it. And now we can bring the legs down, and just like we did before with the mermaid, we're going to do the same thing, rocking the knees side to side, but with the arms and out to the side, the legs open. And then, feel the spiral. Allow the head to be massaged by the stone. So move in a way that it's like massaging your body. Palms facing upright, the head going in the opposite direction to the knee. And then maybe you want to stay somewhere. So maybe you drop the knees to one side, take a yawn, and then just see what happens. So you round to one side. As the yawn comes in, just imagine like a cat or a dog. See what happens. And then as you breathe out and relax, that's the body softens. It's like taking a side. And then the aim of all this, and people often say, you know, the aim of yoga is to get to Shavasana at the end, which is corpse pose. I don't use corpse pose. I call it starfish. The starfish is full of lots of antennae. And what it looks like, you're laying down, floppy. Arms and legs apart as if you're just chilling on the beach. That's it. We've got the starfish here. If you need to wriggle, if you need to fidget, feel free. But the aim of all this is for your body to be so floppy. Like I've just got Bailey demonstrating her version here. Cats and dogs do it easily because they've got healthy nervous systems. They can go and run up a cat can like run up a tree and then the next minute be fast asleep. Because the body is softened. So what do we need to do in this pose? Absolutely nothing. And that's the point. That's the space. So maybe you're tuning in to how the body feels against the stone, the earth. Maybe it's the sound of the water, or the feeling of the water in your body, all the fluids moving. Maybe it's the feeling of the sun on your skin. Lighting the fire within you. Maybe it's the feeling of the air going in through the nostrils. Expanding the lungs. Clearing away the cobwebs of the mind. But most of all, it's about the space to tune in to the body's whispers. Or just to simply be here now. Simply being. This is the work. It's the point. It's the only goal. And so you can stay there as long as you like. Your mind starts to wander to those conversations that aren't useful. We could use our simple mantra from the beginning of the week. This is where I am right now. This is where I am right now. This is where I am right now. And here we are. If you're watching from home, do feel free. Stay as long as you like. Take some space this weekend. Tune into your body and just do it for the fun of it.